Okay, because if it's near your mouth, it's gonna sound like really echoey and garbage, and it's gonna sound like you're talking in a well.
Okay.
All right. So today's podcast topic is social media and how we all feel about it. Y'all want to talk about
specifically Snapchat?
Snapchat? Yeah, okay. I feel like Snapchat has other people at Snapchat took a weird turn with SnapMap. I don't know if y'all felt the same way.
Creepy as hell.
Well, honestly, if like I clicked on the Bitmoji and it told you I was looking at your location, I was just trying to see like whose was who. That's it.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that at first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I found SnapMap by a total accident. I didn't even, like, I got an update for Snapchat, and I was like, this is taking a little longer than usual, and then it updated, and then the way I figured it out was when, instead of, like, zooming in to take a photo, I accidentally, like, zoomed out a little bit, because I don't know, I tapped it by accident, and both my fingers happened to be on it, and I was like, what's going on? And then a map pulled up with a bunch of my friends' Bitmojis.
Sometimes I wonder, like, are they even, like, allowed to do that, like, showing our location now?
I think the only kind of lineage they have is just you have the option to hide yourself, which I personally did.
Like,
I
well,
think
why?
I do. I personally don't know if I'm.
It just seems like, are you allowed to
like,
do
if you
that?
I think if you, I looked it up, or not looked it up, I did a little bit of research, but they're like saying it's, like, supposed to be super innovative, and, like, how it's supposed to, like, connect more people around the world, but, like, really, you're kind of just, like,
Well, you have to
figuring
be
out what
Stalking
they are.
people.
I mean, I'm glad it's not like a real time thing. Like, you kind of have to post on your story, and it'll only show you where you were when the story was posted. I'm kind of glad. I'm glad you can, like, block certain people, but, like, I mean, at the same time, I kind of feel like it's kind of weird that they don't have, like, a really big message opening, or, like, saying, hey, this is like this, you have to do in this all the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just like
I-
the Find Friends app.
Have y'all seen the pics on Twitter about Cuba with, like, Tupac?
Yeah,
That was
Or
funny.
yeah, the memes. Yeah.
Snapchat. You see the one with Columbine?
I didn't
Yeah.
start using Snapmap just because I got banned from Snapchat.
Oh yeah, Esai got banned on Snapchat because he
How
kept
do you
using.
get banned?
He basically.
So
yeah,
I had
you
this
tell him.
thing called Snapchat Plus. It was like pretty much like a jailbreak tweak for iPhone, but like they made it available to people. You don't have to jailbreak because the jailbreak. Okay, like real quick, just touching on the topic of the jailbreak community and stuff like that. Like there hasn't been a jailbreak since forever, just because Apple really kind of cracked down on it. So people just kind of started getting like preloaded apps, and you could like just load the app on your phone. Anyways, Snapchat doesn't like the fact that I can view your story and you don't know I did, or just save a photo without anybody realizing.
Like, I was kind of concerned on why Esai would need that kind of app, but then like I feel like, because, you know, I know Esai doesn't have any ridiculous intentions like some people do, but that kind of like makes me a little concerned that those apps are like available and then like anybody can use them. Like,
Yeah, right.
I feel like it's like not really concerning me as if like I'm a parent or something, like some of these people are. Like, if you go online and you just type in like social media issues, like a bunch of this crap's gonna pop up. If it's gonna be like, I'm a mother of a teen, or like I'm a father of a daughter who got like kidnapped because of social media or something. It's just like, I mean, it's not really anybody's fault besides the developers of these apps that are allowing this much crap to be out on the internet for anybody to view. Like, I feel like they forget that literally anybody can have access to the internet at any time.
Yeah.
Especially since, you know, people have
Like
a hard time believing crap that's on the internet.
Yeah, and touching back a while back, the controversy with the Blue Whale app. I don't know if you realize that.
What was that?
It was pretty much an app where it was like you had to save the whales or something, but it was this guy just talking to like kids and stuff, just trying to like honestly just make them commit suicide. Like, it was really dark, and the dude got arrested and stuff. Like, a couple kids actually did it just because, I mean, it's so manipulative and stuff.
That's why I kind
they're
of like hate
kids,
and love
they're
social
so
media.
Yeah, the past couple months, weeks, whatever, I've just been like thinking about social media and like how it like negatively can affect us. Like,
Yeah.
I remember
I
back
get a
when it
lot
was
of-
just like Facebook, like Farmville, and that was like it. Like I remember.
Yeah, Farmville.
But like those were good. Like that was good. Like those were good times. And then like I remember just going on
Like,
Facebook
did
and
you-
like browsing all the funny stuff that people were doing and like vacations. And then like all of a sudden you're hearing like people killed themselves over Snapchat because somebody did this or someone said that. I'm like, really?
yeah,
Like I just feel
It's
like
just
it just took a
all-
turn for the worst like around this year and last year.
it's all getting out
I
of
think it was like
hand.
2012.
Also, just companies just constantly just trying to outdo each other, but not really thinking about, so say, the consumer. Because, like, I don't know. I just don't understand why would they implement this map that would show you where you are. Like, who in the right?
I think it's so you can like meet up with friends.
Like,
Okay, but,
It's
like,
the
I
way it
just
came off though. It was not good.
text them.
I
Like,
just
is
wish it had a
really
bigger
that hard?
safety net than just a ghost mode. Because like half the
I
time,
feel
I didn't
yeah.
even know I didn't even know my location could be viewed until like 3 days after like the Snapchat the update was installed, and I was like kind of
Well, when you get the app, it says it wants to use location, and
Yeah.
you can like enable or disable it.
but like if you're being realistic, like nobody like if you're being 100% realistic, like who just doesn't who clicks deny and like wonder where it came from? Not really a lot of people. Like you have to think about the people who like novices on social media. Like they're gonna click allow on anything really just so they can get to the app. They're not really gonna wonder why. They're just gonna know, or they're not gonna care. They're just gonna click yes so they can get by it. Like people who use Snapchat daily, you know, they're gonna see that allow and it's just gonna be, oh, I'm just opening the app again. It's not gonna be like, oh, I wonder what it's trying to allow. Oh, it's okay. They're not gonna do that. They're just gonna be worried on, you know, who posted on what. They're just gonna that's just what they're gonna want
And
to
then
see.
also they'll also allow the location thing just because of the filters.
Yeah,
That's why I allowed it. It's just so I was like, okay, well, I can get the filters, and it sounds
Yeah.
like a minuscule reason why to allow your location to be tracked. But I mean, it's kind of just like, I don't know. It's just like society just kind of, so to say, just kind of created this form of like, if you don't have social media, you need to get one, and you need to be like the
It's
rest of
kind of like you almost need one nowadays. Like
Yeah.
a lot of communication is through it. Like especially like in high school. Like
yeah. I mean, you know, like the WhatsApp app, like that's like unnecessary for like.
So
me.
I never have WhatsApp.
Though, like I have WhatsApp just because of my Japan group that I'm going on with. Like because not everybody has like incredible like I guess data or like their.
What is that?
It's basic. Okay, so like it makes it a lot easier to make like group chats and stuff. So you give your phone number to this app called WhatsApp, and you can be put in a group that you can actually leave and like mute and stuff like that. But it's like it's a lot more organized. People use it mainly because its layout is a lot better than just, you know, regular MMS and SMS, you know, messages on whatever text app you have for iPhone, you know, iMessage for Android. It's just, you know, either Google Hangouts or just messages. But like as far as social media goes, like I don't even know. Like I have such a strong opinion. I'm like rip torn. I feel like a lot of people who will think about it are rip torn just because like, you know, social media is just literally like the world now. It's like
it's getting very crazy.
it's getting real. Like I mean
The
I
future
appreciate
is now.
like developers and like Kickstarters. Not well, maybe not Kickstarters, but like I appreciate like the creativity that people go to. But like, and I understand that like none of these social media creators have like any of the intentions of like hurting anybody or really making a negative impact. Like the major ones like Twitter, Reddit, Snapchat. No, social media is like that. I know they don't have any negative impact, but like
He has not moved in a week.
it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, he just sits in this.
I don't know.
It's rip torn. It's kind of, I don't know. I even feel like I use social media too much, and I barely use it at all.
I actually like Israel did this thing and kind of just turned me to it. Is about probably a week ago or something. I just kind of deleted social media
Oh yeah, I'll do that every now and then.
apps for about a week, and like, if I'm being completely honest, I felt way more productive
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, same here.
when I'm at work and like yeah, I feel like too because when I'm at work I'll be doing my work and stuff and then I'll like immediately I will not have anything to do right at that moment so I just pull out my phone and check out people are doing on social media, which I feel like is a really bad habit because like it's kind of I mean I'm not gonna say it distracts me from work, but it kind of like it puts like it in perspective and how limited my like kind of like my attention span is at work and how like limited it is because of like Snapchat or Twitter. I don't use Twitter a lot. I only use Snapchat and Instagram really, but I don't know. Yeah, there have been times I've been caught on my phone, but it's important.
A week at church camp without my phone was like the nicest thing ever. It's like so refreshing. Just like not to be on your phone, just like actually interacting with people.
Like when I go to Japan, I don't really plan on being on my phone a whole bunch. Like maybe like every now and then to like post a picture so that people can see like stuff like that. But like, I also like I really do not like those people who like kind of like they take such good moments in like life, right? And they kind of like ruin it by trying to like get it on social media. Like
Oh yeah.
like when people like for me whenever I like for example like when I go to a really nice restaurant I have like a really nice aesthetically pleasing plate of food, like I'm not gonna ruin like the whole atmosphere by pulling on my phone and getting on the weirdest angles to get the greatest pictures so one person can go like it looks good. Like I kind of hate when people do that. And same with like like world things, like sunsets or storms or clouds or something. Like whenever we saw that like really nice ass looking clouds, y'all remember that?
Yeah. We didn't pull out our phone. At least I didn't. I just kind of admired it.
Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, that's really nice. It was like this thing of clouds that looked so like it looked photoshopped, but it was like the good Photoshop where it looks really really nice. And I was like, that's really awesome. And I even said it looked like a screensaver. And I was like contemplating like pulling on my phone, taking a picture of it, but at that moment I was like, nah, man, just enjoy it. I was like, not everybody who knows you has to see it.
That's why I also kind of hate like just when kind of events happen in our area, especially when it freaking rains, like for some odd reason everyone wants to let everyone else know, hey, you guys,
I hate that.
There's water outside. Yeah, me too.
And everybody all of a sudden loves the rain when it starts raining, but not when it's like a fucking hurricane outside.
Yeah.
People
who like post about the most ridiculous things.
Picture of them in the blanket or some cat or some book. I don't even know.
One of the most redundant things I find are like some of the Snapchat filters. Like, I don't understand. Like, I think I've done this too because I've fallen into like the bandwagon. But like something that I've really stopped doing that I've only done once or twice is when people like post on their Snapchat story a blank screen with just the time on it. Like that's just kind of like I just sit there. I'm like. But I could just look at how long ago the snap was posted, and even that, like I could just not look at your snap, or you could just not post anything. Like I feel like Snapchat has just become like at least direct messaging on Snapchat and like some Snapchat stories have just become like so saturated with like just boring, just like not really clickbait, but just like stuff you just scroll like how those like miscellaneous channels you scroll through or you click through when you're watching television or something when you used to do that. That's what I feel like Snapchat has become a lot of. It's just like random pictures that you don't really care about. That like for me, like a lot of my stories, I just tap right through them to get as quick as fast as I can and look at the interesting ones. I follow a lot of popular YouTubers on Snapchat, and I'll just look at what they're doing and see how they're because they have pretty cool Snapchats sometimes. But they're definitely fall into that bandwagon like a lot, like with the food posting and the weather posting. But I guess it's not too bad because it is bandwagon and they are pretty famous. I guess
I don't know. I feel like
looks cool.
On Snapchat you should just capture the very important moments.
The moments that don't hinder you to take the actual photo.
Yeah, like. If you're just sitting there and you see like a really nice sunset, then go ahead, just take a quick pic, but don't like oversaturate. Just take the pic and then be gone, and then go back to what you were doing. But like, Snapchat has pretty much been oversaturated with either you post the basic stuff, which is like I don't know, 11/11. Like, okay, I'm sorry if you post.
Yeah, that's
420.
disgusting.
So many people post.
And 420.
Like, what is 11/11? Like, is that something special that I don't know
Make a
about?
wish.
It's like you posted about your like crush or like
Oh
the
my
love of
or
your
your
life.
or your wish or like wish.
Yeah, it's meant to make a wish on.
But like,
A lot
that's
of people
kinda-
use it.
all right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. That's the first topic, social media. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
got some good stuff in.
Our daily
Stay tuned for
That
the
was
next
trash.
podcast.